Hi guys, Matt here at m-vapes. This is just another quick review of the new Torque RDA from Tobeco. We've just got these in stock. They are retailing out at $16.95 with free delivery. So let's go ahead and have a little look. This is how it will come to you. Nice shiny box. And inside the box we get the RDA, he says. You get a little bottom fed 510 screw, bag of all your essential O-rings, 2 spare post screws, and this little thing. Now, it comes with a drip tip, which is sort of a Delrin style wide bore, and you can take that out and it leaves a big hole. You pop this little bit in and then you can use, you know, any standard 510 drip tip of your choice. Now it's a top airflow design, so it has 2 very large slots either side, and that's the 510 there, which is adjustable. It's not actually directly connected to the post, so you can unscrew and adjust the height of that should you need to. Not that you ever do, because most of the mods do it, but there's an option. And it's got the Torque logo on the front there. Okay, that's the top cap, so the air comes in, goes down to 2 little channels there. And that is the build deck, 2 post design. It has 2 nice large slots there for the coil wires to go through. 2 crosshead screws, a really deep juice well. I think it measures about 6mm deep, and double O-ringed as well. So standard 510 pin, so it's adjustable, but it also comes with this, which is a little bottom fed pin, so it's got a hole going all the way through, so you can use it on your squonking devices. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little build and swap the pins over, so you can see sort of, you know, how I set it up and how it performs as an RDA and also as a squonking atomizer as well. I will show you that pin on this one. Actually, I'll show you it on my one because that's the one I'm going to do a build on. Right, I've got the standard pin in there at the moment. So if we unscrew that, we can adjust the height of it. So rather than doing it on the mod, you can do it actually on the atomizer, which not many are like that. They have a slotted screw, but it holds the centre post in, which isn't much good if you go and undo it, because then your post falls out. Underneath that, you can see there is another slotted screw, and that's the one that holds the post in. So if you unscrew that, you see the post comes out. You've got your Delrin insulator in there, and a little Delrin insulator there. So when you're going to convert it to bottom fed, we'll just pop the bottom fed screw in there. See, it's got a hole going all the way through. So I'll pop that in now. There we go. So now we've got a hole going all the way through, ready for some squonking. Okay, let's go and put a build in this and give it a try. I've cheated slightly. I've got a couple of coils that I just made up earlier. Save a bit of time. And let's get some focus there. Right. Now these posts, they've got a really wide slot in there, so you can fit, you know, good thick wire in there. So if you're using 0.6 or something like that and you're doing a dual coil build, you won't have any problems getting the wires in there. Plenty of room. Nice and simple to build on as well. I might just do a couple more turns on this actually. Just to give it a bit more spacing. And I'm not too fussed about what ohms it comes out at. We'll do the same the other side. It's always twice as tricky when you're doing it on camera. You can't actually see what you're doing. There we go. Pop that back in there to keep the coil together. If you excuse my fingers, I'm covered in glue from building wooden box mods. This is not going to be the neatest build I've done because I'm doing it upside down, not really being able to see what I'm doing. There we go. Let's just trim those wires up. That one got me in the face. Right. Just going to put a little heat cycle through these coils, pinch them together, make sure they're lighting up nice and evenly. So it's certainly not the neatest thing I've built, but it's quick and to the point, hopefully. Jiggle it around a little bit. There we go. And that's coming out at 0.7 ohms. Just going to run some cotton through. So the trick is not too tight, not too loose. Just let it sort of pull through like so. I was thinking about this atomizer is that there's, you know, if you're building with say Claptons or something, you know, exotic, there's plenty of room for the coil, you know, before the outside of the, you know, sort of the middle section, if you like. You've got no risk of the coil sort of touching the outer body. There's plenty of room there. And you can also, you know, you could build, you know, fatter coils with a, you know, 3.5mm bit and not have any problems with that. Plenty of room there. So this is just quick as you like. I'm just going to prime the wicks a little bit here. It's not too important because we're going to be using it obviously as a bottom fed device, so you can squeeze the bottle and saturate the wicks that way, but it just helps them, you know, like I'm pushing them down into the juice wells now, it just helps them stick down a little bit, so you're not just dealing with fluff then. I just double them over on themselves, tuck them in. So this really isn't neat today, but it's quick and to the point. So let me just give you a little zoom in on what I've done. There we go. I've created chaos, but I'm sure it'll work. Right, let's put it on the old squonker. This is actually my original prototype from almost a year ago now. Still going. Looks as rough as anything, but it was a prototype, so. Right, let's see if we, there we go, see? So the juice comes up through that centre hole, and then the excess is sucked back down. So if you want to prime your wicks this way, if you press and hold, that'll squirt a load out, which will obviously just get sucked up by the wick. And then depress and any excess is sucked back in. There's something quite satisfying about squonking. Very satisfying. I think it's just because it's a little bit fun. Right, let's just make sure we're firing. Lovely. Give it another couple of little pumps. And just pop it all back together. That bit. Now with your airflows, what I do is I line these two slots up roughly so that they're sort of parallel with the coils, and that means when you line these slots up here with these slots in here, these curved slots will be pointing directly above the coils. But if you don't want to run full airflow and you say you just run it slightly to one side like so, you have to remember that the whole thing is round to one side, so you will want to line, you'd want to move this slightly away from the coils, so that when you put that top piece on with your quarter airflow, these slots are still directly above the coils. If that makes any sense. It probably doesn't. Right, there we go. Put the old wide bore in there, and let's have a vape. Lovely, that has got serious flavour. The I've been bunnying on about the flavour from this RDA on our Facebook page and on our blog. It is quite something. I've had RDAs before that produce good flavour, but this brings out. I'm using one of the Isle of Custards custard flavours, which is, it just brings out a little bit extra in that, which I haven't noticed before. I really like that. So combined with the top airflow, so you don't get any leaks, massive juice well, so again you're not going to get any leaks. Nice simple two-post design, big wire slots, and yeah, cracking little RDA with a bottom fed pin included, so we can use it for squonking. So hopefully that's helped or bored you. Either way, it's another little review. Gives you an idea, doesn't it? So these are in stock, $16.95 delivered. I think we're the only people in the UK at the moment to stock these. Everyone else is dragging their heels. So pop along to m-vapes and take a look. Cheers, thanks a lot, bye bye.